Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for another DC comic review for the first week of February 2022. And starting off with first things first, I'll be reviewing Batman issue 120 by Joshua Williamson. And of course you can see the people who worked on the art and the story. I will not be covering the backstory in this, only the main story. So let's jump into first things first. Does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside of the story? Sure enough, it does, and it gets a 7 out of 10. So now it's time to move into the internal art, which we'll have a look at the art around the beginning, middle and end, as well as covering some of the things and people who are in the story. So starting off with some of the art around the beginning, and as we can see here, it's got a bit of a dark tone to it, with Batman here, and also the detective that he's met there at Bodesia. I'll now move towards the end, towards the middle, and as we start to move towards the middle, we have Batman, and in this instance, we seem to be catching up with some members that are connected to Batman Incorporated. One of the impressions that I also got with this story, and I think it sort of lays it out pretty clearly too in the story, is that we seem to have Abyss taking control of people who are connected to Batman Incorporated, like starting to use them as puppets. And last but not least, towards the end, alright, for the internal art, I gave a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the story. Did this story have any comic references to any of the previous comics? No, it didn't. Did we get any indication of when any time of events were happening? No, we didn't. Location, however it's bloody said in the comic, it sounds like Bodesia. The cast of characters consisting of Detective Kaya, Batman, Lex, and last but not least, Abyss. Batman does have an encounter with, we do get to see some things happening with Kaya. We also get to see Batman's encounter again with Abyss. And last but not least, we do have Lex Luthor wanting to don up the Batman Incorporated gear so he can be a bat himself. So Lex has decided to go batty. For the overall story rating, I've decided to give it a 7 out of 10. I really hope the story picks up a bit more, as it felt like it needs a little bit more fleshing out of maybe Abyss and a couple of other characters. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.